There are battles you walk into with hope, and battles you walk out of with regret. For OJ, the wind blowing the dry harmattan leaves felt like her own soul scattering into pieces. She stumbled out of the shrine, a woman broken, walking along the lonely footpath. She had to stop, grabbing onto a crooked tree as if her life depended on it. Her legs shook, and hot tears streamed down her face. How could the charm be irreversible? How could a small love potion turn her into a prisoner in her own life? What had she done to herself? She tried to wipe the tears away, but more just kept coming. She stared blankly into the distance, lost in a storm of despair. The king would never leave her. He would never go back to the palace. That meant Amara had won. Amara had taken everything: the throne, the guards, the power, everything. Her voice cracked as she spoke to the empty air. I wanted to be queen. But look at me now, trapped with a man who has lost his mind. Then, a darker, colder thought pierced through her grief. And worst of all, I am not pregnant. Her hand flew to her stomach, a jolt of pure fear running through her. Every night, he touches me. Every day he follows me like a shadow. Yet nothing, no change, no sign, no child. She froze, the horrifying possibility taking root in her mind. What if the king is impotent? What if Queen Amara never conceived because the problem is him? What if I've been sleeping with a man who cannot give me a child? She sank to the ground, her thoughts tearing her apart. If I cannot get pregnant, Amara will destroy me. I will lose everything. I must not lose this war. Suddenly, the crying stopped. A dangerous calm settled in her eyes. She stood up slowly, wiping the last of her tears away with the back of her hand. Her voice was firm, resolute. If the charm cannot be reversed, then I will use it to my advantage. The king loves me too much. He will give me anything I ask for. A wicked idea sparked in her mind. She tried to push it away, but it was too strong, too tempting. Chaik. The name surfaced from her past. Her old lover. The only man she ever truly cared about before all this palace drama. Will help me. Must help me. Later that night, the king slept peacefully on her lap like a child. His soft breathing filled the room. Hoji gently lifted his head, placing it on a pillow, and tiptoed to the balcony. With trembling fingers, she dialed a number she knew by heart. A voice answered on the other end. OJ, why are you calling this late? It was Chaik. She whispered into the phone, her voice urgent. Please, my love. Come tomorrow. I have something to tell you. The next day, Chaik arrived at the mansion, looking around like a thief in the night. His eyes darted everywhere, filled with suspicion. OJ, what is happening? You sounded desperate. This place. It is dangerous. She pulled him inside quickly. Come inside. I'll explain. They went into the guest room. She locked the door behind them and grabbed his hands, her own shaking. Tears started to fall again. Chaik, I have made so many mistakes. I let greed lead me. I used charms on the king. Now he is obsessed with me. He will never leave my side. Chaik just stared at her, his face a mask of shock. OG, what have you gotten yourself into? She collapsed onto the bed, crying harder now. I'm supposed to give the king a child. But Chaik, I am not pregnant, no matter what I do. I'm, sir, no. The king cannot give any woman a child. Chaik's expression hardened. He shook his head slowly and folded his arms. So he took money to give the king a child. And now that the plan has backfired, you remembered me. What exactly do you want? OG stood up, her tears gone, her eyes locked on his. I want you to get me pregnant. The silence in the room was deafening. Chaik blinked, stunned. What? Yes, she said, her voice steady. If I become pregnant, the king will believe it is his. I will become queen, and when that happens, I will take care of you. Anything you want, Chaik? Name it. He rubbed his chin. the gears turning in his head. This thing you are asking, it is not small. If I'm caught, my life is over. OJ stepped closer, her voice a low whisper. How much do you want? Jack thought for a moment, then named his price. 2 million lira. OJ didn't even flinch. She simply nodded. The king, blinded by the charm, gave her the money within hours. Chaik received the alert on his phone. That night, as the king slept soundly, OJ quietly slipped out of the room and made her way to the guest house. She closed the door behind her. Chaik was there, waiting in the dim candlelight. He spoke softly. OJ, are you ready? She took a deep breath, steeling herself for what came next. Yes, let us do it. I must win this battle. I must not lose. They moved toward each other. The room became quiet, the only sound, the flickering of the candles. Their bodies met. Time seemed to slow down. When it was over, OJ lay back, breathing heavily. Her hand rested on her stomach as she whispered into the darkness, a desperate prayer. I must get pregnant. The war has just begun. Episode 7 is coming. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what happens next. Thanks for watching.